touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert off of play action. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
A first down carry for Barkley. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Herbert operating from the red zone. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next.
7-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 42 yards.
And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Prescott on play action. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Up the middle with Barkley.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Here's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red
end zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On third down, Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Flushed out right. Got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and cut back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They begin the drive with Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
He's got Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. He'll go up top here for Hamlin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott dancing to his left.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Second down, here's Barkley again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that.